Hello, everyone, and welcome to the preview show delivered by FedEx. I'm your host, Jonathan Merryman, joined by Chris Rice of Colleague Racing. Chris, I picked the winner last week. I don't know if you know that. I picked the winner the week before that, so I'm on a bit of a roll.
Luck.
That is not luck. It's all skill. And speaking of skills, Brad Keselowski seems to have picked up a new set of skills winning at Martinsville. He dominated that race. What do you make of that team being so good there?
Well, I believe they've done their homework, and, you know, with having Paul Wolf back, that was key to the race team. But I'm telling you, that's a different racetrack, so I don't know that you can say, okay, they're going to be great everywhere they go, but just doing all that homework, being prepared for Martinsville is huge because that's a different racetrack. It's not like any other racetrack we go to.
All right, you mentioned Paul Wolf being back on the box for the two because they're appealing that suspension. Rodney Childers wasn't there for Kevin Harvick, and he struggled, and he's usually fairly decent at Martinsville. So how important is that crew chief role for a race team going into a place like Martinsville?
It's huge. Having all of your coaches there, having your crew chief there is huge. So Paul Wolf leading that group, having executed the plan was huge for Penske on Sunday, and they brought home the grandfather clock because Paul Wolf was there.
All right, Martinsville is an intense racetrack. It magnifies everything from tempers to even the stage racing. We knew it was going to be good, but did we know the stage racing was going to be this good? I mean, we've got Ricky Stenhouse and Kyle Busch is mad at Ricky Stenhouse. If you haven't heard that audio, go on NASCAR.com and watch Scanner Sounds, and you can hear everything Kyle had to say. But, I mean, man, oh, man, I was on the edge of my seat for most of that race.
I'm telling you, stage racing is where it's at right now. You know, coming down to the end of a stage, we watched from 12th on up to 6th. They're racing really hard. Clint Boyer stuck out to me. He made a lot of aggressive moves right at the end of stage 1, and I'm telling you, I was on the edge of my seat. I was so excited to watch because it's about stage points right now because that can get you in the playoffs. You could be right on that line. That could get you in the playoffs. You want all the stage points you can get.
All right, let's shift gears and let's talk Texas. We usually don't talk about track prep until we go to Eldora with the Truck Series, but over the past couple of years, these racetracks that are having new surfaces put on, they're having track prep done. They're washing the racetrack, trying to get the oil off of it, and Texas has the Texas Tire Monster, and they also have the Tire Dragon dragging those Goodyear tires across that racetrack, trying to rubber it up. So, I mean, is this a new trend, and how will this help the racing at Texas?
Well, it's going to help the racing because they're trying to widen the groove out. With any new racetrack, we make it a one-groove racetrack because you have 40 cars going down and a lot of practicing just in the same line. That creates a bunch of pebbles, and then you cannot run on the outside of someone. So they're trying to create two grooves. So anything they can do to create two grooves is going to be huge come race weekend when we get there. So I'm excited to see what Texas brings for sure.
All right, Texas Motor Speedway could be where a couple of organizations who are struggling a little bit, and we talk about this every week on the show too, may be able to turn some things around. Joe Gibbs Racing, Carl Edwards, who's not driving this year, by the way, won that race in the fall with Dave Rogers on the box. And let's not forget, Dale Earnhardt Jr. won his first ever Xfinity Series race and his first ever Cup Series race there, and Jimmy Johnson's not too shabby at Texas either. Is this the part of the season where they have circled to say, hey, we can turn things around here?
I believe they circled Daytona, so I don't think Texas is where it's at to say, okay, we need to turn it around. I think they're reaching for anything right now to be able to go fast, to be able to catch the Fords. I'm telling you, that's what it looks like. That is so fast right now in the Penske organization. Kyle Busch did run well at Martinsville this weekend, so I'm curious to see if this brand new racetrack, nobody has any notes, if it is time for Hendrick Motorsports or JGR to turn their stuff around.
All right, let's talk about two organizations who are running really, really well, and that's Ganassi and Penske. I mean, you got two-car teams here, and they're blowing the doors off these guys who are four-car teams affiliated with other people. So is two cars kind of the way to go, or is, you know, this just the course of a season?
I just believe it's their time. The Ganassi group, they've done their homework. They're running well right now. And I'm telling you, with the Penske organization, they always run well. So I don't know if two cars is better than having 4 or 5. But I believe when SHR backed out of Hendrick, it gave Ganassi an open door to come in and get some more information.
All right, now it's time of the show. We're going to make our picks for NASCAR Fantasy Live. Give me a winner for this weekend's race in Texas.
Well, I just want to have somebody in the top 5 right now. So I'm going with Denny Hamlin. You know, we talk about JGR turning it around. Some reason or another, I have Denny Hamlin picked out to go out and put his cowboy hat on and shoot the guns at the end of that race. So I like Denny Hamlin.
See, if I was going to take a Gibbs driver, I may have taken Kyle Busch because He's a little irritated right now he didn't win that race in
That's not a
Martinsville.
good thing for him.
But I'm not going to take Kyle Busch. I'm going to take the 22 of Joey Logano. I think he gets it done this weekend in the O'Reilly Auto Parts 500. That one will be at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday on Fox. Chris, thank you for joining us for the preview show delivered by FedEx. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you stay stuck on NASCAR.com all weekend long for all the action from the Lone Star State.